Have you heard of a reverse exorcism? It's when the devil tells the priest to get out of the child.
How does a non-binary person kill people?
How?
They/them.
I suggested to my wife that she looks sexier with her hair back.
Oh.
Apparently that's insensitive to say to someone during chemo.
Why can't Michael Jackson go within 500 metres of a school?
Why?
Because he's dead.
What's a pedophile's favourite type of garden?
Oh.
Okay.
What?
A kindergarten.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes, that is good.
What's the difference between a Swede and an emo?
No idea.
A Swede is harder to cut.
Why does the Easter Bunny hide his Easter eggs?
Why?
He doesn't want anyone knowing he fucks chickens.
My first high school football game was a lot like the first time I had sex. I was really bloody and bruised, but at least my dad came.
What's Michael Jackson's favourite musical? Fiddler on the Roof.
Why don't they have toilet paper in KFC?
Why?
Because it's finger licking good.
Oh my God.
What does an orphan call a family photo? Selfie.
So, what do you get when you cross human DNA with goat DNA?
Nathan Lyon.
No. You get kicked out of the petting zoo.
Why do emo kids hate high fives?
Why?
Because they're always left hanging.
What do Americans and Asians have in common?
What?
They both love hot dogs.
What do you call a pedophile pirate?
Oh, tell me.
R. Kelly.
What does
What?
a burnt pizza, a pregnant woman, and a frozen beer have in common?
I'm waiting.
Are you meant to say what?
Oh, so, what?
Someone forgot to pull it out in time. My therapist said time heals all wounds, so I stabbed her.
How do you tell the difference between a purebred cat and an inbred cat? One cat has 2 slices of bread on either side of it.
Police recently found a dead body and it had sperm in its mouth. They suspected that someone was trying to inject life back into them. What is the only thing a vegan kills?
The mood.
The conversation.
What does a ginger do? What does a ginger do when he wants to high-five a friend?
What?
He claps. How do you cure a ginger? Chemotherapy.
Did you hear about the deaf guy's STI?
No, I didn't.
He's got hearing aids.
What do you call a 13-year-old girl from Kentucky who can run faster than her 6 brothers?
Wow, a lot of words.
Would you
what?
like me to repeat it?
No, what? What do you call it?
A virgin.
There once was a man named Dave who dug up a prostitute's grave.
Oh,
She was moldy as shit and missing a tit, but think of the money he saved.
What has 2 legs and bleeds?
What?
Half a dog. My sister slept with someone.
Sorry about that.
My sister was assaulted by someone.
Not sorry about that. She deserved it.
All right. Fuck.
My friend came out of the room with tears rolling down his face and he said, "It's a boy!" We never went back to Thailand after that.
What's Hitler's favourite video game?
What's Hitler's favourite film?
Minecraft!
What do you call it when two transgender midgets have sex?
What?
Microtransaction.
What did the altar boy say to the priest?
What?
Nothing. His mother taught him to never talk with his mouth full.
Mouthful of what?
That priest stick.
Why do hospitals have air conditioning?
Why?
To keep the vegetables cold and fresh.
Oh, Lord, Samantha.
I wanted to start strong.
Jesus.
What do we call my weird grandmother? Super saggy and autistic smell is quite atrocious.
What's the difference between 3 cocks and a joke?
What?
Abby can't take a joke.
I'm on your team.
Oh, different Abby.
What does my asshole and my Toyota have in common?
What?
They're both leaking trans fluid.
How do you reduce unemployment in Alabama? You open a bunch of Subway restaurants. Because they are really good at making things inbred.
What's the difference between a baby and a sweet potato?
What?
About 140 calories.
What's the difference between my mum and LeBron James?
What?
At least LeBron James cleans himself up after each period.
How can you tell if your wife is dead?
I don't know, how?
The sex is the same, but the dishes start to pile up.
Oh, God.
What's the worst thing to do at a funeral?
What?
The corpse.
I started crying while my dad was cutting onions. Onions is my dog's name.
What's the difference between flowers and anal?
Tell me.
Flowers make your day, anal makes your whole week.
What do Alan's childhood and his comedy shows have in common?
What?
His dad is the only one who comes.
What's long, brown, and sticky? A gay man's condom.
After my ex died, I couldn't shower alone for like 10 years. But I'm out of prison now.
Did you know that black holes are billions of years old?
Yeah.
And amazingly, some of the black holes Stephen Hawking studied were only 14 years old.
Oh, my Lord Jesus.
What's worse than going down on your grandma? Hitting the coffin lid on your way back up.
God damn.
Do you like the band Imagine Dragons?
Sure.
Imagine dragging these nuts across your face.
My boyfriend dumped me, so I stole his wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back?
So, my wife told me it was either her and the kids or my horse racing addiction. And they're off.
What's the difference between my dick and cancer?
Look, just tell me. I was good.
My granddad didn't beat cancer.
Why did little Jimmy drop his ice cream?
Why?
Because he got hit by a bus.
Poor little Jimmy.
They say rejection is a hard pill to swallow.
Say it.
But it's just practice for the 60 pills later.
Why was Hitler always angry?
Why was Hitler always angry?
Because every time he went for a high five, everyone left him hanging.
I was at my boss's funeral, kneeling next to the coffin when I got removed from the funeral. Apparently, whispering, "Who's thinking outside the box now, Gary?" isn't funeral appropriate.
Why were the Twin Towers mad during 9/11?
Why?
They ordered pepperoni pizza, but all they got was plain. Oh my God.
What's a condom and a coffin got in common?
What?
They both hold stiffs, but one's coming and one's going.
Why can't Asian men never masturbate to Asian porn?
Why?
Because everyone looks like their sister.
What is purple and red and goes round and around and around?
Rhinoceros.
No, my dick when I put it in a blender.
What do you call a swimming terrorist?
A swimming terrorist?
No.
What?
A bath bomb.
What do a short-sighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common?
How did you fuck that up so badly? What?
A wet nose.
Call a cow that just gave birth.
What?
My wife.
The other day, someone threw a baby at me. And I thought, that's not very mature.
Why don't girls from Alabama ride reverse cowgirl?
Why?
Because you don't turn your back on family.
What do you call a lesbian with braces?
What?
A box cutter.
It's the best slide for kids.
What?
Your throat.
Why are non-alcoholic beers like going down on your sister?
Why?
Because they may taste the same, but it doesn't make it right.
How do you embarrass an archaeologist?
How?
Hand them a used tampon and ask them what period it's from.
Ah, that's gross.
I bought my blind friend a cheese grater for his birthday. He said it was the most violent book he's ever read. How do you know orphan guys aren't gay?
Orphan guys? Yeah.
Because they have no one to call daddy.
Why is a threesome with two Thai girls like winning the lottery?
Why?
Because there's 6 matching balls.
What do you call it when a ginger's phone rings on a Saturday night?
Tell me.
A wrong number.
What do you call a gender neutral person that is lactose intolerant?
Go on.
Non-binary. What's the difference between Neil Armstrong and Michael Jackson?
What?
Neil Armstrong walked on the moon and Michael Jackson had sex with children.
What do gingers miss most at a great party?
What?
The invitation.
My lesbian friends bought me a gold timepiece for my birthday. I think they got confused when I said, I want to watch.
How many emo kids does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
None. They all just sit in the dark and cry.
What do Germans hate more than World War II jokes?
What?
The gas bill.
Why does Dr. Pepper come in a bottle?
Why?
Because his wife died.
Why does Seth cry during sex?
Why?
The pepper spray.
What is the name given to a ginger person in a porn film?
Pretty cool.
The cameraman.
Why do they call it PMS?
Why?
Because mad cow disease was already taken.
What's the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer? What? The taste.
Sometimes I have sex with my dad in an elevator. And it's wrong on so many levels.
Oh, fuck's sake.
How does an older boy fart before and after church? Before.
What about after?
Why doesn't Mexico have an Olympic swimming team?
Why?
Because everyone who can run, jump and swim are already in the US.
How many babies does it take to paint a house? Depends how hard you throw them.
Fuck.
What vegetable is good for memory?
What?
Cucumber. My uncle stuck one up my ass when I was 6 and I've never forgotten it.
Why can't 2 Chinese people have a white kid?
Oh, what?
Because, because 2 Wongs don't make a white.
How are cows like pedophiles? They're both protein.
What is brown and nowhere to be found?
What is it?
No.
What is it?
Seth's dad.
What's the difference between women and Ubers?
What?
Drunk men ask before getting inside an Uber.
Why is the don't walk light red?
Why?
To tell gingers when to walk.
I sat at the end of my bed pulling off my boxes, and my girlfriend said, "You really spoil those dogs."
When you hit a speed bump in a school zone, and remember there are no speed bumps.
Why can't Elvis parallel park?
Why?
Because he's dead.
What's the difference between a rabbi and a priest?
What?
A rabbi cuts them off, a priest sucks them off.
I used to have a dream where I sucked my dad's dick. Fuck you. Fuck you. But one day, through hard work, I was able to achieve that dream.
What do you call getting gonorrhea from a handicapped person?
What?
Slow clap.
When does a joke become a dad joke?
When?
When it died 5 years ago.
For context, my dad died 5 years ago.
What's the difference between marijuana and pussy? If you can smell weed across the room, it's good weed.
What's the difference between jam and jelly?
What?
You can't jelly a child into a briefcase.
Oh, damn.
What is one meal white people cook better than black people? Father's Day lunch.
What's the difference between a priest and Woody from Toy Story?
What?
Woody goes limp when a child enters the room.
The other day I was tickling my little brother's feet and my mum was like, stop it, wait till he's born.
What kind of flour do orphans use to bake bread?
What?
Self-raising flour.
Did you hear they made a new Afghan Barbie?
No?
It's a blow-up doll.
My favorite childhood memory was building sandcastles with my granddad until my mother took his ashes away.
Are you a glove?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd love to stick some fingers in you.
What's the hardest part about eating a vegetable?
What?
The taste. And then putting it back in the wheelchair.
What do you call an artist with a brown finger?
What?
Pick arsehole.
What do sea animals and lesbians have in common?
Cucumber. Sea cucumber.
They both choke on plastics.
I made a website for orphans. It doesn't have a homepage.
To anyone who says white men can't jump, obviously haven't seen the footage of 9/11.
Not sure I haven't spoken to my wife in 3 years.
No.
I didn't want to interrupt her.
What's the difference between Santa and Tiger Woods?
What?
Santa knew to stop at 3 hoes.
How do you make God cry? Be ginger.
Why can't you keep score in Afghanistan?
Why?
Because of the Taliban.
What is the worst thing to do to a blind person in the bathroom?
What?
Leave the plunger in the toilet.
I had a party in my mouth. People didn't stop coming.
Why do you know Asian kids don't believe in Santa?
Why?
Because they make all the toys.
What's the difference between a penis and a bonus?
What?
Your ex-girlfriend would have blown the bonus.
Instead of getting a letter from the Queen when you turn 100, now you get a text from Prince Andrew when you turn 14.
What's the difference between Iron Man and Iron Woman? One's a superhero and one's a command.
Why don't they teach driver's ed and sex education on the same day in the Middle East?
Why?
Because it wears out the camel.
My girlfriend's dog died, so I got her another one. She's like, what am I supposed to do with 2 dead dogs?
Why don't blind people skydive?
Why?
Scares the shit out of their dogs.
I asked my dad the other day how he felt about abortion, and he told me to ask my little brother. I said, I don't have a little brother.
What do blind kids and orphans have in common? Neither of them can see their parents.
How do you know a mechanic has a girlfriend?
How?
He has 2 clean fingers.
What does peanut butter and strippers have in common? They both spread for bread.
How do you circumcise a hillbilly?
How?
Kick his sister in the jaw.
Oh my